This is week 4 and the final week of the Ultimate Axe Kick workout. Last week we worked on some stretching and exercise routines to strengthen and condition our legs for the kick. This week we'll carry those same routines forward. We'll also be incorporating some technical theory into this workout and develop 3 different techniques for throwing the axe kick. Similar to last week, we'll be starting with a warm-up, some stretching, and some exercises. But then we'll move into some technical theory for throwing 3 variations of the axe kick before finishing with a high-intensity interval training routine. We'll also follow the same schedules, working out 5 days a week and taking 2 rest days. So let's get right into that warm-up. Let's start by running on the spot for 60 seconds. Follow Mr. Boudreau's lead. This warm-up will get the heart rate up, the blood flowing, and prepare the muscles for the workout to come. This is week 4 of the Ultimate Axe Kick workout. Next, we'll do 30 seconds of high knees. Again, follow along with Mr. Boudreau as you run on the spot, bringing your knees high and touching your palms. For a third warm-up, we'll run on the spot, bring our heels back, and touch our fingertips. Now we'll work on a switching movement. From the guarding block stance, bring your rear leg forward and high, then quickly jump and change your stance while in the air and land in the same stance you started in. We'll use this movement later in the workout to set up for an advancing and switching axe kick. This movement will help you advance towards your opponent when you throw the technique. So get into your guarding block stance and follow along. Now change your stance and do the same on the opposite side. Bring that rear leg high, switch your stance in the air, and then land forward in the same stance you started in. Now we'll do a similar technique. This time we'll bring the lead leg high, switch, and land in the opposite stance. And we're finished. Finally, we'll cool down with hip rotations. Put your hands on your hips and rotate. Now change directions for 15 more seconds. Now that our muscles are warmed up, we'll move on to 5 stretches so we can throw the axe kick without injuring ourselves. These are the same 5 stretches from last week, so they should feel familiar to you. In this first stretch, we'll do 4 sets of pulling our knee to our chest while standing and holding our balance for 10 seconds. Switch legs. Switch back to your first leg for our second set. Switch legs. Switch legs for our third set. Switch legs. And switch back to your first leg for our final set. Switch legs. Next, we'll pull our heel to our backside and hold it for 10 seconds while standing and maintaining our balance. We'll do this for 4 sets, the same as the previous stretch. Switch sides. Switch sides for our second set. Switch legs. Switch legs for our third set. Switch. Switch legs for our final set of this stretch. And switch. Okay, this next stretch will be from a sitting position. Sit on the floor with your legs together and your hands at your sides. Raise and lower your leg in an arcing motion to the outside and then back again. Then switch legs. Next, we'll do a standing leg raise. This is the same as a previous stretch, except we're doing it over an obstacle. If you have something to use as an obstacle, get it now. If not, just follow along the best you can. And switch legs. The fifth and final stretch will be a groin stretch. Put your hand on your knee and step forward into a lunge position. Push forward while stretching your back leg out. Now switch legs and do the same on the opposite side. Switch back to the first leg. And back to the other side again. That concludes the stretches, so we'll move on to the exercises. We'll repeat the 4 exercises from last week and we'll add one more, jumping high knees. In the laying leg raises, you'll lay flat on the floor and raise your leg and touch your toe with the opposite hand. Alternate legs each time, and do this 9 times per leg. Get ready for the lunge with kick. In this exercise, you'll go into a lunge position and then execute a shoulder height kick. Get ready. Switch sides. Our next exercise will be a set of outside crescent kicks. Step back with one leg and execute the outside crescent kick with your rear leg, letting it sweep across your body. Now change sides and perform the kick with the other leg. Next, we'll do the mountain climbers. Get into a plank position with your back straight and your palms and toes flat on the ground. Quickly run on the spot, bringing your knees to your chest, alternating legs each time. For the 5th exercise, we'll do jumping high knees. From a standing position, jump high in the air and touch your palms to your knees. Good work finishing those exercises. Take a few seconds to let your body cool down and relax your muscles before we get into some technical theory. For the theory part of this workout, we'll cover the technical aspect of 3 variations of the axe kick: a straight leg axe kick, an outside axe kick, and a switching axe kick.
Good day, members, and welcome to week 4 of your Ultimate Axe Kick workout. Over the past few weeks, we've covered 3 different types of axe kick to help you with your Taekwondo training: the straight axe kick, the outside axe kick, and finally, the switching axe kick. So now, to finish up week 4, I'm going to go over a couple tips to help you improve those kicks and make them just a little bit easier so that you can finish up this week nice and strong. All right, so let's begin. The first kick we're going to cover is the straight axe kick. Tip number 1 I want you to focus on is weighting the lead leg. Okay, so from our good guarding position, I want to put a little bit of my body weight forward onto my supporting leg for this kick. So from guarding position, weight forward. Guarding position, weight forward. So now we're going to go on to tip number 2 for the straight axe kick. Once we've established that we have to put that weight forward, we're going to allow the rear leg to just swing up naturally. I don't want to have to muscle it up there. I want to be able to allow the leg to swing freely so that I have the strength later when I do the pull down of the kick. All right, so try a couple together. Weight the lead leg, allow the rear leg to swing freely. Weight the lead leg, allow the rear leg again to swing freely. The third tip we're going to have for the straight axe kick focuses on the hips. Okay, so once my weight is forward and I've allowed my leg to flow up freely, I don't want to just stop my hips. I need to make sure that as the leg is extended, I continue to rotate the hip through, allowing me to get more extension out of that kick. Okay, like so. Weight in the lead leg, allowing the rear leg to swing, and then rotate the hip. Weight onto your lead leg, free swing of the back leg, rotating your hips. Well done, everyone. Hope those tips are helping out. Let's quickly try 3, putting them all together. Okay, so here we go. Nice and relaxed. Weight's gonna go forward, rear leg will swing, hips will position forward, and then we land moving forward. Okay, let's try. Excellent, class. Let's move on. So the second kick that we've been focusing on is the outside axe kick. Okay, using the outside of our leg to move forward and pull out and then pulling down. So for this next kick, the outside axe kick, I'm going to have us start from a walking stance position, full facing. This position may happen after we attack with the lead leg and it gets blocked or parried and we end up in this forward position like so. So this is where we're going to begin the outside axe kick from walking stance position. For sparring, this is not a good place to be. We don't want to be here long. If we attacked with that lead leg and we got pushed down to the side, this puts us in a very vulnerable position. So for this next hip, I want to have a really fast hip as I deliver the kick to the outside. Okay? So again, from a walking stance position, we can have our hands up, fast hip as I pull it across. The thing we want to remember about the outside axe kick is that we still have to pull that kick down. I can't just let it go out. Otherwise, I'd be doing a crescent kick, outside crescent kick. So don't forget to pull the foot down. I don't want it to swing and come back to the same position. I want to swing that leg outward motion and have it pull down to the front again. I want to make sure I go from this bad positioning after the block kick to a good guarding position forward. I want to still be able to continue my attack. So hands are up, leg will swing out and pull forward, not all the way out. Very good, class. So the last kick that we're going to focus on is the switching axe kick. Tip number 1, we have to have fast feet. Switching means doing it quickly, and if we want to do this kick fast, because it's such a big technique, we have to have fast feet. So whether I'm going to be kicking with the rear leg or the lead leg, I'm going to be changing sides or just coming forward and landing on the same side, have to have those fast feet. Okay, so again, go back to your previous exercises and practice those fast feet. Well done, give that a try. So tip number 2 is to remember that this kick may not be as high as your previous axe kicks due to the fact that we're going to be kicking and jumping off of the same leg. So therefore, a lot of dynamics are happening. Therefore, the height may not be quite as high as what you're used to from the previous 2 kicks. So time for tip number 3 on the switching axe kick. Okay, so we talked about how fast feet are required to do this kick. We also talked about how due to the strength required to do this kick, because we're jumping and kicking utilizing the same leg, that we might not be able to go quite as high as the previous 2 kicks. So the last tip I'm going to give you is we're going to add a chamber to the kicking leg. Okay, so this is going to be a chamber similar to a front kick. So I still bring out my lead leg in the chamber position because I'm going to have to do a fast switch, high chamber off the rear leg. But now I make sure I extend that foot out to deliver the kick. Okay, so chamber on both legs, your setup and your kicking leg, like so. Excellent. Way to go, class. I hope those tips help you out, and I can't wait to see everyone's progress. See you soon.
Now we'll move into the high intensity interval training routine. For this, we'll do 10 seconds of split lunges, 10 seconds of mountain climbers, 10 seconds of jumping high knees, and 20 seconds of rear leg axe kicks. We'll repeat this for 4 sets just like last time. Let's get right into 10 seconds of those split lunges. And switch to mountain climbers. Stand up, 10 seconds of jumping high knees. Now 20 seconds of axe kicks. Try and switch the kicks up. Do outside axe kicks, then straight leg axe kicks, then try a couple switching kicks. And rest for 10 seconds. Remember to keep the body moving. Stretch out those arms and legs. Okay, get ready. We're moving into our second set of split lunges. Let's go. And switch, 10 seconds of mountain climbers. And switch to jumping high knees. And 20 seconds of axe kicks. Go. Remember to switch them up a little bit. Okay, 10-second rest. Third set of split lunges are up next. Let's go. Switch to your mountain climbers. And up for your jumping high knees. And 20 more seconds of axe kicks. And rest. Make sure you're taking deep breaths and you're keeping your body moving. Okay, your last set of split lunges are up right now. Your last set of mountain climbers are up. Let's go. Okay, jumping high knees. Push yourself through this. Finish strong with 20 seconds of your axe kicks. Ten seconds left. 5 seconds left. Make these last few count. And we're finished. Keep your body moving and breathe deeply as you let your body cool down and rest. Shake out your arms and legs and let those muscles relax. And that brings us to the end of this workout. For best results, try and do this workout every day this week. Take a rest from the exercises and high intensity interval training on 2 days though, and just do the warm up and stretching. And if you haven't done so already, visit the Family Taekwondo Facebook page or website where you can access all of our videos and subscribe to be notified when new ones are released. See you later.